Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. If you're new here, I'm Monet. If you're not new here, welcome back, girl. And if you're watching this the day it was posted, April 4th, today is my 31st birthday. And let me tell you something, I've already determined that 30s are better than being in your 20s. A lot of my girlfriends turned 30 last year as well, or are 30 now, and we've all collectively agreed, like 30s is where it's at. Like that's the real tea, is that 30s are so much more fun, so much more just affirming than your 20s are. So last week, Tiffany Ma turned 30 and she did an amazing video of life lessons she learned in her 20s. So I wanted to put my own spin on it. These are life lessons I have learned at 31. And I don't want this video to be 10,000 years long, so I'm going to share a few here. But I'm going to do a 31-day series. It's actually already started over on TikTok and Instagram. So if you want to get a full 31 days of life lessons I have learned thus far, then join us on Instagram and TikTok. It's at Cassius Monet on all platforms. And make sure you hit subscribe before you leave. So let's get into life lessons I've learned at 31. The first one is the biggest shift in my personality, and that is to value simplicity. I have always been very type A. I have always been the girl that had like a color-coded planner, and my closet was color-coded and separated by seasons. Everything in my life has been very complicated systems. And in the past few years, I've had a huge mindset shift where I now just value simplicity. I like to create rituals now instead of having this super organized color-coded schedule and a chore chart and all of those things. I still have a chore chart, but it's more relaxed. And now I just value simplicity. I create rituals around the things that I know I want to happen every day, but otherwise I kind of just let life flow, and it has been incredible for my anxiety and also just a lot easier to enjoy life. Number 2 is your past is not an unchangeable reality. I was watching a sermon by Sarah Jakes Roberts recently, and she talks about how wounds and trauma and experiences that happened to her when she was younger, she didn't have the tools to heal herself at that time. But she said that the beautiful thing is once you get those skills and those tools and those lessons to heal that wound, all the things you needed when you were going through that really rough time as a younger person, you can go back now and heal that situation for yourself. And when she said that, it was like my brain just exploded. If you are new here, I had a very rough time as a teenager and early 20s in terms of my health, relationships with family, all kinds of things. And when she said that, I realized that I'm not that same person. The people involved in my life aren't the same people they were. That was half my lifetime ago. And I now have the tools that I didn't have then to really heal from that situation. So you can go back and kind of speak to your inner child, speak to the wounded child in you, and resolve that for your own spirit. That does not mean that the other person has to be ready for that or even involved in it. A lot of the healing I did didn't include the people I had the turmoil with. It was by myself. I went back and spoke to myself and healed those things that were still wounded inside of me. And it has been so transformative. One way that I did this, if you're looking to like just get started, is I wrote a letter to myself on a very specific day, a day that has always stuck in my mind as being something that formed me, but not necessarily for the positive. I sat down and I wrote myself a letter for that day of all the advice and all of the things that I would do now with the tools and the knowledge and the wisdom I have now. And it released me from having that mindset of I'm still in that position, because I'm not. And I don't ever have to be again. So after that, I realized how freeing it is and how much time I was wasting feeling a feeling that really didn't apply to me anymore. Number 3 is your mood dictates your experience. Now that's not to say that certain things can put you in a bad mood and change your experience. What I mean by that is that if you're constantly having negative experiences, if everything around you is feeling like a negative experience, then likely it has something to do with your mood or your mindset. And you can really shift your mindset at any time. That's the beautiful thing about being an autonomous person, is you can shift your mindset. Some ways that you can do that is you can journal, you can go to therapy, you can pray to your higher being, you can meditate. When you are able to shift your mind into a mindset of everything is working for my good, everything that happens, even the worst things that happen, are going to end up being wins for me, it really helps you approach things from less of a my life is ending and more of a, okay, I don't see how this is going to be helpful, but I know that the universe always is working for my good. I know that God only sends me things that are going to work for my good. I know that things that come into my life, even if they were intended as weapons, can't be used against me. And you don't have to be a Christian to believe this. If you believe that the universe or another higher power is there for your good, then just know that even the worst things that happen to you are going to be transformed into something that works for your good. And having that mindset will dictate every experience that you have. This is the thing I live my life by, is if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. I've been saying this for years. I really cannot even tell you where I got it. I'm sure it was in a book, but this applies to absolutely everything. If you are trying on clothes, if you put something on your body and you say, hell yes, this is exactly how I want to look, this is exactly how I want it to feel in it, then buy it. If you put it on and you go, I don't know, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no, put it back. That goes for food, that goes for trips, that goes for people. If being around a person is not a hell yes for you, you don't have to be around them. Every single thing in your life this applies to. Cringy and tacky and weird. Jerry and I love to wear a matching outfit. Love it. We find that so fun. We have matching shoes. We have multiple matching shoes. We have matching shirts. We have shirts from our wedding that say Monet marries Jerry. We have matching spirit jerseys. Jerry and I have so many matching outfits, and a lot of people think that is so cringy, and we do not care. It is fun to us to match. We love that. We think it's cute. We think it's funny. The number of times we have gone out in public looking like Bobsy twins is ridiculous, and I love it. If you have the privilege of being besties with your mom, be grateful for it. I know so many people who have strained or tense relationships with their mom, and I can't relate to that because I haven't had that experience. But what I have learned from that is if you have a best friend relationship with your mom, take a moment each day and be so grateful for it. My mom and I are truly best friends. There is no secrets. If you tell me something, I'm definitely telling my mom. I spend hours every single day on FaceTime with my mom. It sounds self-explanatory, but I do think it's really easy to forget that other people don't have that. So if you have a mom who is your best friend, take some time every day and recognize how awesome that is, because it's really, really rare and it's really, really cool. And the very last one is live your life with a childlike wonder. One of the greatest blessings I've had in life is having a lot of people around me that live with childlike wonder even as they age. For example, I was talking to my best friend yesterday and she was asking what Jerry and I are doing for my birthday. And I said, we're doing two things. We're going swimming. And she was laughing because she was like, I love how much you love going swimming. I am always going swimming. Like, I love playing in a pool. And when I say going swimming, I'm not swimming laps. I've got a mask on. Jerry and I are doing handstands. We're doing races across the pool. We're having a splash fight. I'm talking about being 8 years old and playing in the pool kind of swimming. After we go swimming, we're going to Trader Joe's. And she said, wow, the two most childlike and most adult activities you could do. And she said, that is so you. And I love that she said that. I thought that was such a compliment because I really try to live my life with a childlike wonder. We have dance parties in our house all the time. Date night where we make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and watch a Disney movie. Life can be so boring, so stressful, and so serious. And the key to aging gracefully and enjoying your life is to live with a childlike wonder. I challenge you to take some time this week to do something you love to do as a kid. Whatever it is that you remember loving to do as a kid, if it's riding a bike, if it's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, if it's making s'mores, I challenge you to take some time out of your week and have that experience again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you gained something from it. And if not, I hope you were entertained. Leave in the comments the life lesson that has impacted you the most. I would love to learn from you too. Thank you so much for watching and spending my birthday with me. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. And until next time, I will see you next time. Bye guys.